Good morning, students. Today we are going to study Economics Unit 1, Understanding Development, Perspectives, Measurement and Sustainability. Before I start the lesson, I would like to ask you a question. What is economics? I think you are studying economics from 6th standard. It is the study of mankind. In this, we study about the activities of individuals and the country. Okay, let us come to the lesson. First, let us see what are the learning objectives. The main learning objectives are to know the meaning of development from different perspectives. What do you mean by perspectives? It is nothing but different dimensions, we can say. Next, to know the indicators of economic development. Third, understand the meaning of economic development. And fourth objective is to know the policies for sustainable development. The word development, when we say, it may mean differently for different person. Okay, it varies from person to person and also from country to country. It refers to the progress of a particular field or a particular person. Similarly, the economic progress of a country is known as economic development. Next, different perspectives about development. Do you all have any ambition? Yes, you may have different ambitions. Every human being has an ambition or desire of his or her own to achieve progress in life. Similarly, we have ideas about how a country should progress. If our thinking turns towards progress and about the ways to achieve the many goals for progress, it leads to development. See here, this is a diagram. In this diagram, you can see the development is given in the center and it's given in various perspectives, I can say. It may, one side improvement, on the other side you can see the growing process in a needed direction, then way of moving forward, not doing same mistake twice, part of daily life, advance, grows within, a never-ending process, bettering yourself, freedom to grow, progress, etc. So, from this diagram, you can understand there are various perspectives for this development. Okay, next from the diagram, you will notice that other than income, people seek freedom to grow on their own. Thus, development refers to the improvement in quality of life, such as higher income, better education, better health and nutrition, less poverty, and more equal opportunity. The term economic development refers to the overall growth of all sectors of the economy by adoption of new technologies. When we talk about various sectors of the economy, what are the various sectors of the economy? They are primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Primary sector is otherwise known as agricultural sector. Secondary sector may be otherwise known as industrial sector and tertiary sector may be otherwise known as service sector. When we develop all these three sectors, then only we can say our economy is a developed economy. So, economic development improves the living standards of the people as well as the status of the country. Next, we are going to see what are the various indicators of the economic development. What are the major indicators? The major indicators to measure the level of economic development are NNP, that is Net National Product, then PCI or per capita income, and then we can say purchasing power parity and Human Development Index. First, before we go to NNP, first let us understand what is gross domestic product. Final money value of goods and services, that is the final goods and services produced within the geographic boundaries of a country during a specific period of time, normally a year, is known as gross domestic product. What is GNP? GNP includes with this gross domestic product we have to add the net factor income earned from abroad. That will give us that gross national product. Okay, so in order to find out that net national product, we have to detect depreciation from that gross national product. What do you mean by depreciation? Depreciation is nothing but, we can say in Tamil as Teimanam. For industries, they use a lot of machineries. The machineries may work perfectly only for a few years. It may be 5 years or 10 years, but the cost of those machineries are very large, we can say. So after the 10 years, when its capacity is going down or when it is worn out, they have to replace a new machinery in that part. So when they want to replace a new machinery, it will cost very huge and it will not be possible for them all of a sudden to invest so much of money. So what will they do? They will take every year certain amount as depreciation in order to replace that machinery after that 10 years. That is only called as depreciation. Next may be per capita income. What is per capita income? That is income per individual is known as per capita income. How will you calculate that? The total national income must be divided by the total number of total number of people living in the country. Or we can say that as national income by population will give us the per capita income. Generally, the per capita income is calculated in dollar, we can say. Okay. They have given a comparative study about this per capita income in this tabular column. What is that? You can see that is they have categorized according to that per capita income the countries into low income countries, lower middle income countries, upper middle income countries and also the high income countries. This census is as per 2017-2018. Okay, so the countries which gets less than $1,005 per year, those countries are called as low income countries. The countries which receive $1,600 to $3,955, they are known as lower middle income countries. The countries which gets $3,956 to $12,235, they are called as the upper middle income countries. And the last category, those who are receiving more than $12,235 per year, they are dollars per year, they are categorized as the high income countries, we can say. So what is the next one? Purchasing power parity. What is purchasing power? It is nothing but how many units of goods can be purchased with certain amount of money. The purchasing power of an individual varies with his or her income. When income is high, the purchasing power will be high. When income is low, the purchasing power will also be low, we can say. So, purchasing power parity is defined as the number of a country's currency required to buy the same amount of goods and services in the domestic market as $1 would buy in the US. When that is dollar value, when we compare with our currency, is 75 rupees approximately. Okay. With the help of purchasing power parity, allows us to estimate what exchange between two currencies is needed to express the accurate purchasing power of the two currencies in the respective countries. Recently, India became the third largest economy in terms of PPP, that is purchasing power parity. Which country stands first? China became the largest. It defeated that US and US is in the second position. Next, human development. Human resource. What is human resource? That is nothing but we are all, the population of our country is considered as the human resource. It is nothing but the country's population only. So even though we have so many technologies, they are all invented and used by human being only. So human resource is necessary for the progress of any country. The term human resources refers to the collective abilities of people which can be utilized in the production sector. Human resource development is nothing but person's physical and mental abilities through education, healthcare, and training. So, investment in education and health is very, very important to get a high returns in the future for a country. For example, if a child is invested with good education and health, he or she may turn to be very productive in future. You have to be so thankful to your parents. They are giving you a good education and also they are taking much care about your health. So, Human Development Index, which indicates all round development of the people in the society. In the past, economists believed that the rate of economic growth of nations could be increased only by increasing investment in physical capital. What do you mean by physical capital? That is nothing but investment on machineries and other thing we can say. But they have realized over time that investment in human capital is as important as investment in physical capital. Next, you can see about that human resource department. The Ministry of Human Resource Development is responsible for the development of human resources in India. Its headquarters is situated at Sastri Bhavan in New Delhi. What is this HDI? That is Human Development Index. When we talk about that, it includes three various things: life expectancy at birth, average education level, and then you can say standard of living. What is that life expectancy at birth? Now, it is nothing but we can say that as longevity of a human being, we can say. That is the general longevity of human or people are going on increasing. Now it is 65 age, we can say 65 years, we can say. Okay, that is a person. The expectation of a person to survive for how many years, that only tells us the life expectancy at birth. Second one, average education levels. When we talk about our government gives a lot of importance to education. They are giving free education to all the children, at least up to elementary school, we can say. So it is our duty to use that, and we have to educate ourselves. Education or literacy is nothing but at least they should know to read and write their own language. That is only called as education. Okay, third one is standard of living. Standard of living, when we say when the income is high, automatically the standard of living will be high. When it will be high, when the gross national income is high, automatically the per capita income will be high. When per capita income is high, the purchasing power parity will also be high. Okay. So, what were the various things we have studied today? We studied about various indicators of economic development, we can say, okay, such as net national product, per capita income, human development, and also purchasing power, parity. All this we have studied today. So, in the next video, we will study about the sustainability of development.